Through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit and deep encounters with God, Bishop Okudili and Pastor Ifoma Eze have written and published over 70 live transforming books. Succeeding in Marriage After the Wedding, Treasures in a Trash, All You Need to Succeed in Marriage, Preparing for Your Season of Demand, Building a Marriage That Will Stand the Test of Time, and many more. If you're in Nigeria, you can get these at Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries branches. For further inquiries, call 0809-178-7299 or 0805-716-1060. Remain lifted for life.
And welcome once again to Checkpoint. Oh, thank you and thank you and thank you once again for always being there for us at Checkpoint. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your comments, thank you for your shares, thank you for your views, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you for all that you do for us at Checkpoint, and because of what you do, the message is reaching a wider audience. And for that, we are indeed very grateful. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. All right, I want to welcome you once again to Checkpoint, and I'm glad that you are here. Now, do me a favor. Begin to invite your friends, your relatives, your associates, your neighbors. Let them know that Checkpoint is on right now. All right, start that watch party at this moment. Begin to share this on your timeline, on your WhatsApp status. Let everyone know that Checkpoint is on, and let them join us right now, because we'll be sharing something that will help them and will bless their life so much. All right, so see you after the break. All right, people, welcome back. All right, I hope you are well seated and ready for what we have to give to you today at Checkpoint. I am exceedingly joyous and happy that you are here today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, because today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, a topic that will be so much of a blessing to you. Today's topic is simple: traits that all exceptional leaders possess. Traits that all exceptional leaders possess. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever wondered what makes a particular leader very exceptional? Have you ever wondered what makes one person, somebody you probably know very well, able to gather people together, able to motivate people together towards a particular cause, towards a common action, and these people do it with so much joy? Have you ever wondered how someone is able to lead a group of people towards a common purpose and they are able to achieve all of this? Has it ever occurred to you that there is something they have that others might be missing out on? That there is something they possess that other people have no idea how to possess? Now, I'll be sharing with you the secret that exceptional leaders have, the secret that exceptional leaders possess. And one thing they do possess that makes them different is what we call traits. Somebody say traits right now. If you are watching me, you can hear me loud and clear. Say traits. Yeah, traits, that's what it is. Now, what are traits? Traits are identifying characteristics that define or distinguish a person. Traits are identifying characteristics that define or distinguish a person. So that brings us to the question, what are traits? Now, let me tell you, traits are identifying characteristics that distinguish or define a person. They are very identifying characteristics that define or distinguish a person. So traits makes one person different from another person. Traits make a leader different from another leader. Today I'll be helping you to look at the several traits I'll be discussing today so that you figure out for yourself, do I have these traits or do I need to acquire these traits? Now, these traits I'm talking about, most of them are not inherent, meaning that they are not innate. They are not things you were born with. Some of them are traits that you can develop. All right, so as we share today, I'd like you to look through the 10 traits I'll be sharing with you today and ask yourself, these traits, do I have them or do I need to acquire them? Do I need to develop them, as the case may be? Because this will make you an exceptional leader. Among leaders, there are exceptional leaders. Among people, there are exceptional people. And if you want to be this exceptional leader, you have to know what makes them exceptional. And what makes them exceptional is these traits I'm about to discuss. So if you're there, I'd like you to pick up your paper and your pen, or if you're typing with a device, go ahead and take down these notes because they are going to really help you in the journey of leadership. And somebody might be saying, oh, why is she talking about the traits that exceptional leaders possess? I myself am not a leader. Oh, no, don't say that, because every one of us is a leader at a very different capacity. So you may be a leader just in your home, you may be a leader in your class, you may be a leader in your workplace, you may be a leader in your family. So there is always leadership opportunities that present themselves to us. So we have to be ready as leaders to imbibe this trait so that we can become not just leaders, but exceptional leaders. Those kind of leaders that when people look at, they'll be so proud to say, oh, that's my leader. Oh, he is my leader. Oh, she is my leader. I'll be sharing quickly these traits with you. Number one trait exceptional leaders possess is that exceptional leaders are visionary. Exceptional leaders are visionary. They don't just have eyes, but they are able to see. It was Helen Keller who said that the greatest disaster that can happen to anyone, the greatest tragedy that can happen to any individual is not the loss of eyesight, but the loss of vision. Many have eyes, but they do not have vision. And Helen Keller, even though she was blind, she said that the worst tragedy that can happen to her was not just she losing her sight, but she not having sight, or even having sight, but not having vision. Exceptional leaders are visionary. They are able to see. What is vision? Vision is the force that drives focus. That force that keeps you on a particular lane until you get to where you're going to. Vision is key. Vision is essential for your life and destiny. If you are a leader, you have got to be visionary. You have got to be seriously visionary. I tell you, you need to tell yourself, where am I and where am I going to? Where am I heading to? What am I becoming? All right? Because vision is a mental picture of your preferred future. Vision helps you to see into your tomorrow. Vision helps you to understand the handed down assignment from God concerning your life, and then you move with it, and then you begin to achieve that thing that God has placed inside your heart to do. Exceptional leaders are visionary. So exceptional leaders are able to see into the future, and they drive others towards that vision. Have you seen someone who is able to share so passionately what he or she wants to achieve, what he or she, where they want to get to, what they want to produce or achieve or design, and they share this with so much passion? They begin to paint these pictures on the walls of the minds of people, so much so that these people whose minds have been painted, who have pictures painted on the walls of their mind, they imbibe the vision, they imbibe the cause, and they pursue and follow after this cause passionately. Those are what we call exceptional leaders. Now ask yourself this question: are you an exceptional leader? Are you the kind of leader that will be able to drive others towards a common cause? Are you the kind of leader that you'll be able to say, all right, it is time for us to do this, and then you're able to push everyone, you're able to not just push, but you are pushing them willingly, all right? You are making them follow you willingly. It's not like you are coercing them or compelling people. No, you are able to motivate. You are able to influence people towards a common cause. That is an exceptional leader. Leaders are able to see into the future. I have a lot of names I want to mention, but for the sake of this video, I will not be mentioning several names, but you know, leaders who have done great and extraordinary things. They've been able to point towards a particular cause and people have followed suit. Only one person I want to mention in this category is John Maxwell. John Maxwell has been an exceptional leader and he has gone about teaching about leadership. Now, the John Maxwell leadership team, they are training others because they believe that leadership is influence. They believe that you can develop leaders. And we always tell people, especially those who are leaders, exceptional leadership is not about having followers. It's about developing other leaders. If you are an exceptional leader, you have to intentionally develop other leaders as well. You can't say, oh, I'm an exceptional leader and everybody under me must be a follower. No. Great leaders raise other leaders. Exceptional leaders raise other leaders. You cannot be the only one that knows the way. You cannot be the only one that knows how to do what you have been called to do. You cannot be the only one who knows how to achieve a particular thing that your heart has set on to do. So, exceptional leaders are visionary. Is that well taken? All right. If you have taken that, just tell yourself, I am an exceptional leader. Let me hear your comments in the comment section right now. Please let me type in the comment section and say, I am an exceptional leader. Say that about yourself. Tag yourself, write your name. And then if there are exceptional leaders that you know, write their names too. Tag their names and tell them, oh, so person, you are an exceptional leader. And they'll see it and that will make them very, very happy tonight. All right? So go ahead and do that. As I share with you, number 2 trait of exceptional leaders. All right, so number 2 trait of all exceptional leaders is that they are very disciplined. Exceptional leaders are disciplined. When we talk about discipline, what comes to your mind right now? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Discipline. Discipline. These exceptional leaders are able to do what is hard. They are able to do what is right, even if it is difficult. They are able to mortify their body. They are able to deny themselves gratification, all because they want to achieve something for themselves and for others. Exceptional leaders are disciplined. All right, so they don't feed their flesh whatever the flesh desires. They don't rest when they feel like resting. They rest when the work is done, not when they feel like resting. Exceptional leaders are disciplined. Because of discipline, they are able to mortify their flesh, able to mortify their desires, and achieve the result they want to achieve. Many times I have stretched my body and my mind beyond places that at times that are comfortable. All right, beyond aspects that are convenient for me, because I want to achieve a particular thing. I want to reach a particular target. And most times, believe me, it can be very difficult. It can be very, very difficult. But that the fact that it is difficult does not make it impossible. The fact that something is difficult does not make it what? Impossible. We just have to keep pushing, because if you want to be an exceptional leader, you cannot come to the point where you do everything based on convenience. Nothing great was ever done out of convenience. Believe me when I tell you, nothing great, nothing exceptional was ever done out of what? Convenience. No. You cannot just conveniently achieve great results. No. Every great result is achieved with a strong push, strong self-denial. Have you seen athletes when they rehearse for a particular game, when they rehearse for a particular sport? Have you seen a boxer preparing for a particular boxing game? Or have you seen a particular runner preparing for a particular 100-meter dash? They run those distances over and over again. They practice over and over again. They play football. For those who are into football, they play that football over and over again because they understand the length of preparation will certainly be longer than the length of presentation. But eventually it is the presentation that ultimately counts. But then how did they get to the point of presentation? They had to prepare over and over and over and over again because they needed to present very well. So I want to tell you, dear viewer, my audience today, wherever you are listening to me from, I'd like you to get yourself up and get ready to discipline yourself. If you have been doing things out of convenience, no. Tell yourself you cannot achieve great things using that method. You cannot achieve great things using that style. You have to push yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to pressure yourself. There's what we call self-lead. The concept of self-lead is that you are able to lead yourself first before you begin to lead others. If you're an exceptional leader, you must be able to lead yourself first and foremost before you can successfully lead any other person. So you have to tell yourself, oh, I have to wake up by 5 a.m. and I've got to do this. I have to wake up by 3 a.m. and I got to do this. I have to do this even though it's difficult. I have to do this even though it's hard. I got to do this even though it's painful. Why are you doing all of this? Because you want to become an exceptional leader. So share with me right now, what are those areas where you want to develop yourself? Just quickly share with me in the comment section. I would like to read it up and then get back to you. Let me know, what areas do you want to be exceptional? What areas of your life? Let me know in the comment section. Right now, yes. Let me know, what areas of your life do you want to become exceptional? Do you want to become better? Let me know in the comment section. We can always walk through it because, listen to me, the era for waiting for things to be easy before it can be done, it's over. You have to push yourself. You have to stretch yourself, even when it's uncomfortable, because you need to increase your capacity. So, exceptional leaders are disciplined. And a former American president once said that discipline is the soul of every great army. Discipline is the soul of every great army. All right, I'd like to share with you number 3 trait of every exceptional leader that you know. Number 3 trait that every exceptional leader possesses. Number 3 is that they are passionate. Exceptional leaders are passionate. They are zealous. They are enthusiastic about what they believe in. They believe that things can happen. They believe that things can work. They know it, and they pursue after it. So they are zealous and they are very enthusiastic about the cause that they believe in. They believe that the vision they have, it can work. They believe that what they have proposed to do can happen, and they are passionate. You can see them when they begin to run about what they believe in, when they begin to work around it, when they begin to make effort to push it, to make it work. Oh, they are very zealous about it. They are very enthusiastic about it. When they even get to talk to you about what they want to achieve, you see how they talk about it with a lot of passion, with a lot of zeal, with a lot of conviction. It came to a point where Apostle Paul was talking about what he believed in, the course he had agreed to follow for the rest of his life. And then King Agrippa said, oh, Paul, you're even trying to make me a Christian. He said, too much knowledge is making you mad. You're even trying to make me, myself, a Christian. Now, why did King Agrippa say that? Because he saw Paul speak with a lot of passion. He saw him speak with a lot of enthusiasm. And he said of a truth, this guy knows what he believes in, and he's really passionate about it. You looking at me right now, I'm watching from where I am. I have a word for you. How passionate are you about what you believe in? How passionate are you about that course you want to make? How passionate are you about the vision you have casted for your people, for the group that you are working with? How passionate are you about that agenda, about that NGO, about that house, about that vision that you already have, about that group that you are forming? How enthusiastic are you? How zealous are you? How passionate are you? Because one thing I can tell you about passion is that passion can be seen. Passion is not invisible, all right? So somebody might argue with me and say, oh, passion is not it's something you cannot feel, you cannot touch. But believe you me, when you have passion, people can see you. When you have passion, people can see it. They can see it through you. When you have passion, people can feel it from the vibrations from your mind, from the vibrations from the way you behave, the way you talk, the way you act. They can see that you have passion. So believe me when I tell you that passion is seeable, passion is feelable, passion is practically touchable. All right. So it's something that when you have it, people get to see it. So if you're an exceptional leader, oh, put that in your part as part of the things that you need to do for yourself, because passion is essential. It is key if you must be an exceptional leader. Now, one thing about exceptional leaders is that not only do they imbibe this passion, but they are also able to make every other person develop the same passion. So they share their passion so much with you that by the time they leave you for a while, all you'll be thinking about is the passion of this guy, the passion of this lady, and then you'll be motivated to join them in their cause. So please, I want to encourage you, dear exceptional leader, that today you have to add passion to what you do. Today we've been able to share with you, number one, that exceptional leaders are visionary. We've been able to talk about how exceptional leaders are disciplined, and we have also talked about how exceptional leaders are passionate about what they believe in. Now, I'd like to share with you number four. Number four trait of all exceptional leaders is that they are persistent. Can I hear you say that? Yeah, that they are persistent. Now, one thing I know about exceptional leaders is that they refuse to give up even in the face of opposition. Exceptional leaders refuse to give up even in the face of opposition. So I have seen them being persistent. Read any story of any great man or any great woman that you have heard about before now. You would hear the story of their persistence. The way they were able to push through hardship, push through opposition, push through challenges, push through a lot of pain, because they believed in one vision, because they believed in something greater than themselves, because they wanted to achieve something greater than themselves, and they pushed themselves irrespective of the opposition against them. So please learn to be persistent. A lot of us, when we see hardship, we run back. When we see hardship, we become scared. Oh, we can't do this. Oh, it's not convenient. The Bible said about the man, the slothful man, who would always say there's a lion in the street. Now, let me ask you, oh slothful man, or oh slothful woman, as the case may be, because being lazy is not gender specific, all right? So, if there is a lion in the street, why can't you be the one to kill the lion? Do you know how much of an honor you would have if you are now the renowned lion killer? And can I ask you, how many times do you really have to kill a lion before you become what? The lion killer? So, ask yourself that. Ask yourself that question. The answer is simple. You have to be persistent. You can't be shying away or hiding away and letting others handle the difficult times while you shy away from it. No, 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 no. You have to tell yourself, in 2021, I have hidden for so long. I have hidden for other years, but in 2021, it is no longer time for me to hide. It is time for me to push through. All right. The Bible says that even in the days of John the Baptist, that the violence taketh it by force. There are some things you will never take in this life until you are persistent. Let me say that again. There are some things you will never have access to. Some things you will never have. Some things you will never receive until you develop that spirit of persistence. We might call it violence, but it's not violence as per se, because violence might involve destroying people or taking human life or making people feel uncomfortable. No, but the aspect of violence I'm talking about is persistence. That ability to push yourself ruggedly through what you believe in, to keep moving irrespective of who is against you. So unfortunately, this opposition can even be coming from members of your own family. They can look you in the eye and tell you that you're not good at what you are doing. They can look you in the eye and tell you, why do you want to have that vision? Why must you go there to study? Why must you travel abroad to study? Why must you have that kind of vision? Why must you engage in something that you think that, that thing is too sophisticated? Why not do the simpler one? See, sometimes opposition can even come from people who are closest to you. But then the spirit of persistence does not give up in the face of opposition. The spirit of persistence insists on achieving what it wants. Insists on getting to the place where it wants. Insist on hitting that target and hitting that mark. I pray for you today. You will hit your target this 2021. You will meet your mark. You will exceed it. You will, by the time you look back, you will outstand yourself. You will ask yourself, am I the one that got this far? Am I the one? I just set out to do something small and then voila, look at how far I have gotten to. That will be a testimony by the time this year comes to an end. So I want to encourage you out there listening to me today, be persistent. Push through pressure. Push, 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 push. There was a particular drop of water that was always dropped from our house where we used to live. And this water was dropping at that particular spot. And whenever it rained, it would drop water at that particular spot. Even when there was a little dew, there was always water dropping at that particular spot. Eventually, that particular spot in the ground broke up. Even though it was already cemented, it broke up. What broke it? It was not just the water drop for that day. What broke it was the persistence, the continuous effect of that drop of water on that cement ground, the continuous effect of that drop of water over time. It pushed the first day. It looked like nothing was happening. It pushed the second day. I don't know whether it had to drop out to 100 times before the ground had to open up for it. But one thing is sure, by the time we looked at it the next time, there was already a big hole in the ground. What happened there? Persistence. The force of persistence. So I want to encourage you today, be persistent no matter what you go through in your life. Now, number 5 trait of every exceptional leader that you have to imbibe, that you have to possess in your life is what I call humility. Exceptional leaders are humble. Exceptional leaders are humble. Have you seen one who is truly great? You will see a lot of humility in them. When people are truly great, they become truly humble because they understand that a lot of things happen to have brought them to the place where they currently are. And they are humble about it because they know they have tried and failed at different times. And it was not just by their abilities or their strengths or their traits or by their being too good that they were able to get to where they were. They knew that there were some times a divine hand helped them. My husband, Bishop Okudileze, would always say something. That any great man you see in anywhere in life is a man who is greatly helped by God. Now let me paraphrase. Any great person you see anywhere is a person who is greatly helped by God. We need to come to that point where we're a bit humble about the things that has happened in our lives. And remember that, we didn't get to this point all by our energy. We didn't get to this point all by our expertise or money or connections and contacts. Sometimes God helped us. Sometimes a divine hand helped us. Exceptional leaders need to be humble. They know that they have to humbly serve for the benefits of others. They know that they have to lay down their lives. Sometimes they have to lay down their pride. Sometimes they have to lay down their ego for the sake and the benefit of others, so that others can improve, so that others can get better. There are times that we make some of these videos through harshness and difficulties and pains. But we know that these videos are serving a cause. These videos are helping someone's mind. These videos are eradicating limiting beliefs in the lives of somebody. And we do it because we know that we have to humbly serve others. It's not for our own sake. It's not because we are feeling okay. No. It's not because we just feel like doing a video. No, sometimes we just do this video because we just want to help somebody out there. And if you are there, you are listening to me, and this video is helping you at all, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comment section. Because we need to know that we all need to serve. We need to serve, and we need to serve humbly. Anyone who is an exceptional leader is truly a servant leader. They are able to serve their way to the top. They are able to make sacrifices for the benefit of others just because they want to achieve a lot of results in the life of others. So, are you a humble person? Ask yourself that question. Are you truly humble? Are you the kind of person that can say, I am truly humble? If you are, let me know in the comment section, all right? Yeah, because we all need humility. You may not be a naturally humble person, but you need to know that if exceptional leaders are humble people, I need to imbibe humility. God himself does not look down on anyone who is humble. Rather, he exalts the humble and he casts down the proud ones. You see, when God sees very proud people and arrogant people, it reminds him of Satan and all that Satan did against God. So please don't allow even God to be angry with you, because the Bible says that God resists the proud. He gives grace to the humble, but for the proud, he resists them. So I want to tell you, please, if you have any element of pride or too much ego, too much arrogance, overestimation of yourself, let them go, all right? Say, this year, not for me. Throw them out, and tell yourself, no arrogance. Arrogance is not for me, no. Pride is not for me. Rather, humility is the trait I choose to imbibe, is the trait I choose to possess. All right? That's good. So number 6 trait that exceptional leaders possess is that they are dependable. Let me say that again. Exceptional leaders are dependable. You can count on them. They are so trustworthy. They can be depended on. You see, they keep their word regardless of what others do. If others can just give their word and then do whatever they want to do, dependable people, the exceptional leaders, because they are dependable, they do what they have said they will do. You can count on them. You can bank their word. All right? So if they tell you they're going to come, oh, believe them, they're going to come. If they say they're going to do a thing, believe them, they're going to do a thing, because they are dependable. Every leader who is exceptional is dependable. There are people that are very fast to break promises, and they make so much promises they can't even keep them. And now there are people that they are not very quick to make promises, but they're dependable. I have some people like that in my life. People you are sure that you can always count on. Irrespective of where they are, you can always trust them for something. There are times I come to in my life when I have to make a particular decision, I call on such people. I say, what do you think? What do you have to say? What do you think about this? Because I know they are trustworthy. They are not trying to scam me. They are not trying to take from me. They're just trying to tell me what is best for myself. So dependable people are a gift in your life. If you have exceptional leaders who are dependable, oh, you are blessed, truly blessed. So please, I want to encourage you today, add that trait of dependability in your life. Dependable people are able to keep to their word regardless of what others do, regardless of how others behave. If others come to a particular place and say, oh, because no eye is on us, nobody's watching us, we can live anyhow we want to live. A dependent person will say, no, we cannot do this, because we are exceptional leaders. We want to make a mark in this generation. We want to make a difference in this generation. We cannot do what others are doing. And because of that, they stick to what they already know. So this is very, very important if you want to be an exceptional leader. So can I share with you number 7? Yeah. Number 7 trait of all exceptional leaders is that exceptional leaders are risk takers. Exceptional leaders are risk takers. Have you ever seen that one who is able to take a risk for what he or she believes in? Now that one I'm talking about is an exceptional leader. Exceptional leaders are able to make calculated risk. Now, somebody will say, oh, you just take risks, you just take risks. No, it's not every risk you take. There are risks that you take that it will cost you your entire life. There are risks that you take it will cost you your entire business. There are risks that you take it will cost you your entire savings. And you don't want that, right? So, that is why you have to take the kind of risk that we call calculated risk. Where you have to sit down and you are sure, you are certain of why you are taking a particular risk, why you are doing what you are doing, why you are paying that particular price in order to ensure that you achieve a set target. You have to tell yourself this. Exceptional leaders are risk takers. Now, can you share with me some of the risks that you have been able to take in your life? I remember one time I had a target of producing a particular magazine under 3 days. It had to be done. And then I was virtually 8 months plus pregnant, and I had to stay awake for almost 3 whole days. Now, I know you tell me that's jeopardizing your life and the life of the baby, but it was a risk I needed to take. So I barely slept one hour in between, 1 hour there, 30 minutes there, is stretching, walking around and stuff like that to achieve that particular project. And then it was eventually achieved, you know. And then my joy was that I was able to stretch myself beyond my convenience in order to achieve that particular target. Now, this is a calculated risk. I was taking my meds, all right? I was taking my routine meds just to make sure that my body was not devoid of nutrients and minerals I needed to function, even though it was devoid of the sleep. Now, I'm not asking you to risk your health. That's not what I'm saying in this video. I'm just telling you what I did. So you share with me, what risk have you taken recently? If it's not very recent, just tell me, no matter how long it is. Just tell me, what risk have you taken recently? I want to hear. Look at me. My hands are on my jaw. I'm putting my hands on my jaw. I'm waiting. I want to hear you tell me the risk you have taken. Anyone? Anyone? Yeah, just type it in the comment section. Tell me. I want to hear. Yes. In the comment section, tell me the kind of risk you have taken. So great leaders, exceptional leaders are risk takers because they believe that they need to take a particular risk for what they believe in. They dare the impossible and they take risks for what is right. They don't take risks for what is wrong. They dare the impossible, but they don't take risks for what is wrong. They take the risk for what is right. What they believe in will achieve results. What they believe in will be a huge help to the lives of others. They take such kind of risk. I remember the day we took a lot of risks traveling by road, and the roads were bad. It was difficult. We had to leave very early because we needed to wed a particular couple in our church, and it was not convenient, but we had to do it so that we can meet up with their wedding. Now, along the road, we had some form of minor accident, but God helped us and saw us through. You know, I can begin to count the whole number of risks I have taken in this lifetime for the benefit of others. For the sake of this gospel, we have taken risk. For the sake of this gospel. I'm a church administrator, and being a church administrator, there are times you have to walk and walk. You walk till your back is practically aching. Your whole body is sore, and you are walking in order to make sure that God's house is functioning properly, that the work of God is functioning effectively. And some of these risks, we cannot be able to finish mentioning them. God, should I tell you about my risk taking adventures as a pastor's wife? Oh, that will be the story for another day. So please, I want to encourage you. If you believe in a cause, if you believe in something, if you believe in something greater than yourself, go ahead and take a risk. But let that risk be a calculated risk, and let the risk be for what is right. Don't tell me, oh, Mama, thank you because you have gingered me. Thank you because you have encouraged me. I'm going to take a risk, but I'm going to take a risk of stealing. No. That's not what I said. I did not say that. You cannot take the risk of stealing. You cannot take the risk of you'll be caught, all right, and you'll be dealt with. They might even kill you, so be careful. Taking a risk does not mean you should put your hands in things that are bad or negative. No, that's not what I'm saying. You have to be positive about it. You have to take risks in the aspect of what is truly right. All right, so number 8 trait I'd like to share with you today. Remember, we're talking about the traits all exceptional leaders possess. The traits all exceptional leaders possess. So I'm talking to you about number 8 trait. So for number 8, I'd like to tell you that exceptional leaders show empathy. Exceptional leaders show empathy. Empathy is the ability to feel for another person. Empathy is the ability to feel emotions for another person. One thing you need to know about these exceptional leaders is that the love they have for people motivates them to do more for the people. They truly believe in people. They truly care about people. And they know that whatever it is they do affects the people around them. Whatever it is they do affects the people who look up to them. Whatever it is they do affects the people who put them in leadership. So, great leaders, exceptional leaders, they show empathy. They care. They feel for others. They are the kind of people that mourn with those that mourn and rejoice with those that rejoice. Believe me, as a pastor, I've had to call one family right now, and then I am celebrating with them over the birth of a child. And under a split second, I am switching my emotions because I have to call another family who just lost a parent. So you see, That switch in emotions is not easy. And being a leader, you have to mourn with those that mourn and celebrate with those who celebrate. The life of a leader is not easy at all. But I believe that the grace and the abilities and the competencies to be a leader has been given to you by God. And that you can become the best leader ever. You can become the leader that people want, the kind of leader that people look up to, the kind of leader that people pray for. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. In your office, you can. In your workplace, you can. In what you do, you can. You just have to tell yourself, yes, I can do this. I believe that I can. And then you go about doing it. And then you start it. And then you pursue it from the bottom of your heart. You know truly that what you're doing is worth it. Because it is saving lives. It's changing lives. It's impacting people. It is helping people in more measures than you can imagine. So, be that kind of leader that shows empathy. Don't be a leader who is not concerned about the feelings of others. Even the Bible tells us that we have a chief priest, a high priest, who is concerned about our affairs, who feels what we feel. You have to be that kind of leader that is able to reach out to your people, to feel what they are feeling, to feel what they're feeling, to feel their pain, to feel their challenges, to feel their mournings, to feel their period of celebrations. You have to be that kind of leader. You cannot be a leader that is not close to the people you are leading. You are so far off, so emotionally disconnected with them. No, that's not the kind of leader. Even we have a God who knows and cares about the things that we need. The book of Matthew chapter 6 tells us that even God knows that we have need of some things. The clothes we wear, the foods we eat, and how we be clothed and how we fend for ourselves. Even our Heavenly Father knows that we have some needs. So be the kind of leader that shows affection, that shows empathy, that shows emotion, that knows that people need you and we also need people. All right? So if you're that kind of leader and you show empathy, just let me know in the comment section. And also let me know how showing empathy has been of a benefit or a blessing to your life. All right? Yeah. So let me know in the comment section. All right. Are you getting blessed at all? Yeah. All right. So number nine traits of exceptional leaders. Number 9 trait that all exceptional leaders possess is that exceptional leaders are collaborative. They are collaborative. So when you hear the word collabo, what comes to your mind? Collaboration, right? So exceptional leaders know that they need to engage the skills, the knowledge, the competencies of others in order to drive their vision, in order to do what God has asked them to do. See, in collaboration, you partner. You don't just rest on your own hours. You don't rest on your own strengths and capabilities. You network with others, all right? In this world that we are in, an exceptional leader understands that you cannot do everything by yourself. An exceptional leader knows that they cannot do everything by themselves. So do you know what they do? They engage the strengths and the skills and the uniqueness of others. They engage them on this ground, and they know that because they are deficient in this area, some other person is very efficient in that area. So that's just what it is. They collaborate. It is commonly said that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with somebody. Now, when you go with somebody, you may not go as fast as you want to go, but certainly you'll be able to go far because you're with somebody. Now, I don't know what your vision is. I don't know what your dream is. I don't know in what capacity you are leading. But I want to tell you something. You have to make up your mind to go with people. Collaborate. There is somebody that has something that you need in order to advance further than you have already advanced. There is somebody who knows something that if you team up with that person, you will achieve more results than you have ever achieved. Now, I'm not saying you should collaborate for the sake of personal benefit only. But you should collaborate because that other person equally needs you. We are not created to live in isolation. We are created to need each other. You need me, I need you. We are all part of God's great family. We all need each other. I've told you time and again, and I'll say it one more time. The things I'm able to do, most times I don't do them all by myself. I have people who help me, people who assist. And then if you are somebody who is collaborating with someone, please don't make it look as if without you the person cannot achieve what the person wants to achieve. No. Because if you're not there to help, some other person will still be available to help out. So you have to be humble about it. Collaborate, network, partner with someone, because you cannot do it all by yourself. There is a vision that is in your hand right now. And the missing link between where you are and where you ought to be is collaboration. I'm speaking to you. Yeah, you listening to me now. There is a song that God has given to you. And the missing link between where you are with that song and where that song needs to reach is collaboration. There is a book you are writing now. And the missing link that is making that book not to reach the regions that book should have reached is collaboration. Don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. It's common to say that birds of like minds flock together. Don't do it alone. Look for somebody who you can collaborate with in order to take that idea, take that vision from that little point where it is to the highest peak where it ought to be. For you listening today, your missing link is collaboration. Begin to put it down in writing. Begin to jot it down. Who do I need to collaborate with in order to make sure that what I've intended to do works out? In order to make sure that my vision begins to speak. Tell yourself this: I need to collaborate with somebody in a particular field. And when you do this, you'll become that exceptional leader. Because exceptional leaders know that they cannot do it all by themselves. So they collaborate. Yeah, that's fine. And finally, exceptional leaders have integrity. Exceptional leaders have integrity. They understand that leadership is not a short race. They understand that leadership is not a 100-meter dash. But leadership is a marathon. A marathon where you have batons, that you have to hand over batons in the course of the running. And you don't want to hand over rubbish. You want to hand over credibility. You want to hand over integrity. You want to hand over discipline. You want to hand over a future. And because of that, exceptional leaders have integrity. They understand that after they have run their race today, some other person is going to run that race next time. So they don't waste their energy. They don't behave anyhow. They don't waste their youthfulness. They do what is right, even when nobody is looking. Integrity means that you do what is right, even when no one is looking. They do something good, even when they know that nobody is going to reward them. They know that they are meant to be accountable. And what they do is that they go ahead and live an accountable life. They know they have to be accountable, especially to the people that they lead. And they go ahead and live that kind of accountable life. A life of integrity. A life that does what is right, whether one is looking or someone is not looking. So, are you challenged today? Do you truly want to be an exceptional leader? Are you really challenged? Right now, you can start right now. You can start today to begin to acquire and develop these traits from within you so that you can become all that God wants you to be. God wants you to be an exceptional leader. God wants you to not just be a leader, but to be exceptional. And you can be if you are able to imbibe these traits. Now, please, before you stop this video, before you finish watching this video, let me know, which of these traits do you consider more important to you? Let me know in the comment section. Which of these traits do you consider very important to you? Let me know in the comment section. As we begin to imbibe these traits, our lives and our ministries and our companies and organizations will advance, will soar, and become all that God has wanted it to be. I see you coming out the best. I see you shining in life. I see you excelling on every side. I see you being celebrated. I see you being honored because of these traits. God will do it for you. But you have a part to play. You have a role to play. And that role, watch the video again in case you missed it or in case you came late, all right, or in case you started late. you are still early if you can rewatch the video and get all of this content, and it will be a huge blessing to you. It's your time, it's your season. Tell yourself, it is my time, it is my season. Nothing is going to stop me. An exceptional leader I will be all the days of my life. People will look up to me and they will celebrate with me. Are you saying this is about yourself? Yes, because I'm not talking to myself, I'm talking to you. You will be the very best, celebrated, honored, and regarded, because that is who God has actually made you to be. Now, these are the few things I decided to share with you today on Checkpoint. I hope it blessed you. Until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you. Cheers. Bye.
Through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit and deep encounters with God, Bishop Okudili and Pastor Ifeoma Eze have written and published over 70 live transforming books. Succeeding in Marriage After the Wedding, Treasures in a Trash, All You Need to Succeed in Marriage, Preparing for Your Season of Demand, Building a Marriage That Will Stand the Test of Time, and many more. If you're in Nigeria, you can get these at Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries branches. For further inquiries, call 0809-178-7299 or 0805-716-1060. Remain lifted for life.